Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Frieren, episode 15. And my cat is scratching herself on my camera stand. Hopefully she won't move it. And I think she just moved it. Okay, come here. Come here. There we go. I'm not doing... Sit. Yeah, she's really naughty today, doing all sorts of things. Right, episode 15 of Frieren. In the previous episode was fairly slice of lifey. I guess that would be a good summary of it. In the first half of the previous episode, we had Fern's birthday that Stark forgot about, or seemingly. He probably just wanted to go with Fern to pick her gift, just like they went together to pick a gift for Stark. Everything was resolved, thankfully, thanks in no small part to Zayn, who proves to be the adult of the group, the adult of the team. And he talked a little bit with Fern, a little bit with Stark, a little bit with Frieren, and everybody managed to figure things out. Fern and Stark went to buy a gift for Fern, and they settled on a nice little bracelet with a lotus symbol on it. In the second half, we travel to the next city over. I'm still unsure whether it will be the magic city where Frieren is supposed to get her certification, or is it another stop on the way? I don't know, could be either. But we were traveling by the carriage. The carriage was lifted up by some sort of a bird monster, and Frieren dropped a ring with a very similar design to Fern's bracelet. They had to stay in the forest, camp around, fix the carriage, and Frieren, of course, had to find the ring, and she did manage to find it thanks to a spell that she got from the guy who was giving them a lift. And also, as it turns out, the lotus is a symbol of love. Stark purchased that bracelet unknowingly, so, you know, that's no biggie, essentially. But Frieren, though, well, Frieren got that ring from Himmel. Or, well, she picked it herself, technically, but Himmel did go through the whole song and dance of kneeling and putting it on her finger, and she, of course, didn't get a clue. Because it's Frieren we're talking about. And now she knows, maybe, at least somewhat, at least a little bit, hopefully she knows Himmel's feelings towards her. What do I expect from today's episodes? I don't know, honestly. Again, it could just be a slice of lifey episode in the new city, it could be slice of lifey episode on the road, it could be an adventure-filled episode on the road, it could be an adventure-filled episode in the city. It could be neither, it could be something else entirely, perhaps another demon insurgency, maybe the city needs to be saved from monsters, or an exploding, I don't know, hot spring, whatever. I don't know, anything's fair game in here, and there isn't really any like rigid overarching story so that I would be able to tell that, oh, we defeated that guy in episode last, so in today's episode we're probably gonna ransack through his hideout and save the I know, kidnapped people or whatever, right? So yeah, again, today's episode could be essentially anything. How about we just watch it, right? Oh, as a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, lights. Second of all, it's a little bit late. I'm recording it, so a yawn might escape me here and there. So don't take it as me being bored with the show. Absolutely not. I'm just a little bit sleepy. That's all. Okay, so with that, we can watch it. Right, to do that, you will need your subs, of course, as always, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm gonna have to ask you for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs you nothing, it helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching episode 15 of Frieren in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, starting with the opening. And my beard is all tangled up. I mentioned my cat. Today, she asked to be picked up like 5 times already, and every time I pick her up, she really likes kneading my beard. So it's all tangled up now because she kneaded it good. Do I have a... No, I thought I have an elastic band, but no. Ah, whatever. I'm not gonna be looking for one now. Oh, so wait, episode 15, and no new opening. Okay, so we are not changing an opening midway through, which means we're probably not changing in the opening at all. Okay, that's fine. Not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to what the hypothetical new opening could be, but sure, I really got used to this one. I really grew to like it, so... Smell like trouble. Right, wasn't there something about Stark in the preview of in the previous episode, right? Stark's family was mentioned, I think. Stark's surviving members of family? Or are we just going into his, like, memories? No, but smells like trouble would refer to the current timeline, not to anything in the past. I don't know. Yeah? Fair. Don't you have any, like, lockpicking spell? A name? Ah, of course. Of course. She's old only in the numbers. She's old, but not mature. Right? That's a weird cart with those, like, skewed wheels. Well, shit, it does smell like trouble, doesn't it? A plague? Sleeping spell? They just fell like they stood. And it doesn't affect the animals. Here we have the title. So probably what we heard about Stark is from his flashbacks. He mentioned a curse, right? His eye thing. Okay, that's a nice classification. That's a nice, not a nice outlook though. I'm an elf. Or that, okay. Okay, so since the magic of goddess is like a thing, that means goddess probably exists. So it's not a matter of believing in the goddess or not. Interesting. Okay. Sure, of course. So like the difference between sorcerer and mage, right? Sorcerer is born with it and a mage needs to learn. Oh, that's no bueno. I mean, thankfully you have Sign with you, so... I mean, defeating monster is something we're good at, so... yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, he succumbed to the curse, it seems. Why would Stark be the first one to succumb to the curse, though? Is Fern next, or is she, like, asleep? Right. It is a curse. Frieren sein solo. Don't you go asleep now? Or are you saying that you just need 5 seconds? She probably only needs 5 seconds to defeat the monster. You don't know, Frieren. Zolthrak, and it's done. Okay. That's good. Put a staff in her hand, drag the monster here, and wake her up. A plant, okay. I honestly was expecting a sapient monster. I mean, I guess it might be sapient. The fact that it's a flower doesn't mean there's no sapience. But what I mean is, I expected it to be like a conscious effort by a humanoid being, for example. Yeah, looks like your Bible isn't all that effective, is it? Music's picking up. Wake her up. You're saying as if she would allow for her spell to be deflected. Yeah, not even her party members knew that. I guess that's where they got the dreams of being adventurers from Hyder's tales. And she did. Your faith was not misplaced. Oh, that's some really nice music. Yep. She knows. Who do you take her for? Exactly. 5 seconds was enough. More than enough, even. I love the music. Easy. Don't panic, Stark. You saved the entire village. The entire area, really. I mean, it comes with experience, and experience comes with time, and she had a lot of time. So, it's really no wonder. Yeah, you don't need to wait for your goddess. Frieren will be here to praise you. Ah, so that's your taste. Okay, so it's still not outthirst. Okay, time to pick up some odd jobs. You'll do. I mean, hey, 100 gold is 100 gold, right? You're not taking him away. Yeah, we have like 5 coppers. 6, okay. Slightly better. Oh, distant family? He looks very similar to Stark's brother. Oh, so Stark is supposed to be a body double, isn't he? Yeah, and... Okay, happens. Why do you need Rit's body double then? Oh, that's an interesting shot. Forish. Okay. Forish. Right. Okay. Of course. Set. You have no say in this matter, Stark. You've been sold. Yeah, fair. As I said, 100G is 100G. Well, that's gonna take time. We're gonna make you a prince yet. I mean, she isn't wrong. Being a prince really doesn't suit you. Oh? What happened to... Oh, okay, gotcha. Is it really? That's your younger brother, Stark. Oh, just like Stark in his village. Yep. Oh, that's interesting. Are you going to... Oh, I thought that he's just gonna stop to help Moot. You remind Stark of his actual father. Probably too much. Okay. You're a decently nice guy, apparently. But... Yeah. Already an improvement over Stark's father. And she's just gorging herself on donuts. Right, she needs a fiancé. Of course, Frieren is not going to do that. Frieren really just gets the best deal out of this whole situation, doesn't she? Frieren has to work hard, Stark has to work hard. I guess Sign also gets to drink to his heart's content and not bother with anything either, so... You both clean up nicely, though, I gotta say. Oh, I really like those like subtle eye movements on Fern. Unless it was just jumpy animation, but I still like it, whatever the cause, whether it was intentional or not. God damn, he actually did learn how to dance. Even Fern is surprised. Oh, the dress animation flaring out with like centrifugal force. Frieren really gets the best deal. Hey, Sign, it's your chance to look for any mature old ladies. Ask them for a dance. Plenty of like older baronesses around, I'm sure. Put your hair up. Okay, what's up, Stark? Do you wanna stay or something? Damn, he's actually a reasonable man. Are you going with us to the heaven to talk to your son? We getting a thief in the party? Right. He has to travel. He can't just stay here. uh I mean, picking the right grimoire is not an easy decision. Moot is training with his father too. Did you pick? Forgotten hero, no one knows his name. Interesting. Another decrepit, dilapidated statue of Himmel and people no longer remembering him, or some hero of the days past, of the days like even before Himmel. Could very well be. What will be right now, though, is the same episode again. There we go. That was a cool episode. Wait, did I? Oh yeah, the credits were up during this time. I thought that I like turned off the episode early and panicked that maybe there's some after credit scene or something. No. I was right on time. Very nice episode. 4 years, 1 year, so we have a little bit more of a direct timeline. It's been a year since they got Stark. It really doesn't seem that long, does it? Then again, they spent 6 months in the mountains. They spent quite some time in the town that was protected by the barrier. Yeah, I guess 6 months is fair, is believable. The party lacks a thief. I mean, sure, an older lady, I guess. An older lady thief? That would be a great compromise, wouldn't it? What's up with this cart? Why do the wheels look that way? It's like an actual, I know, special type of a medieval cart design or something? Or does it just look funky for the sake of looking funky? I don't know. Yeah, smells like trouble. It's a curse. This is cool. I love the world building in this series. I love the like magic system building as well. How on one hand the magic system in this show seems almost boundless, right? Like reasonably there might be a spell for anything. So a magic system very reminiscent of that of, I don't know, Harry Potter, right? If you need to pick some apples, there's a spell to shake the tree and get the apples. If you want to fix your glasses, you cast Glasso Reparo and the glasses are fixed, right? There are no like full and proper limitations to the magic. But on the other hand, there are bounds to it. There are limitations. It does need some research. It's just that the results of that research can be anything. I really like how self-levitation is a spell because we just replicate it, we don't understand it, so we cannot apply fly to anything else, or we barely can do that. That was amazing. And the fact that the curses aren't known, it's a magic that exists, but we have no fucking clue what the curses are, really. We just know that humanity's magic can't explain the principles behind them or how to remove them. We don't know what the curses are. We don't know what the goddess magic is. All we know is that goddess magic counters curses. It's kind of reminiscence of Warhammer 40k, right? We know how to operate the technology, but we don't know how it works, right? There's a machine spirit inside, and the gun will not work if the machine spirit is angry, and it will work if the machine spirit is pleased. I've no fucking clue what a receiver is. It just is. I know how to point it and how to press the trigger, and that's all I know. It's cool. I really, really enjoy it. The last time I liked a magic system to this degree was, I think, 7 Spellblades. The magic system in 7 Spellblades was also really, really cool, especially with the like separation of like close combat versus long range combat, and the mid range combat being kind of a murky area. That was great. And I really like the aspects of the unknown. I really like unknown in general. Right? I really liked in Mass Effect, for example. We know how mass relays work, or rather, we know how to operate them. We know what they do. But fuck if we have to build another one. We have no clue how to. So we are limited only to the existing ones. The Citadel, I know, the Citadel works somehow. There are those funky little aliens fixing it. We just inhabit it. How was it built? What makes it tick? I know. Funky little aliens just liquefy themselves if you try to scramble their brains for information. We just use it. I don't know why, but I really find things like that fascinating. Things that are like completely beyond comprehension, but we somehow know how to tap into them, somehow know how to use them. Right? It's cool. It's just cool. Determining the type and source of the curse. How is the magic of the goddess different from other magic? It's recorded in holy scriptures, and you need the scripture, and also you need some built-in aptitude for goddess magic. And like the demon magic, we don't understand the principles behind most of it. And because of that, it's not very interesting. I was about to ask the question, why does Frieren not have a grimoire like that? She collects spells. It would stand to reason that she also would like to collect the goddess spells. I don't know, I think it was my cat. I hope it was my cat. Right, the goddess spells, right? I would think that Frieren would like to have them, but she doesn't just hoard those spells, those grimoires. She collects them to understand the magic within. She has a spell that makes apples more juicy, and she has a spell that makes grapes more sour. And she can understand them both and create a spell that makes apples more sour and grapes more juicy. If I understand it correctly, that's why she collects the spells, so that she has a wide collection of those like tiny little pieces that she can assemble spells proper with. A great comparison, actually, Lego. She collects Lego sets, not necessarily because she wants that particular set, but because this set has a couple of otters in it, and she really wants those otters for her mock. And that other set has some threads for a vehicle, and she's missing some threads for a conveyor belt in her factory. And there are fun things you can do with conveyor belts, so she wants those tracks, conveyor belts, whatever, in her collection, so that she can use them for all sorts of mocks. I think that's actually a good comparison. And yeah, if she cannot understand it, it's not very interesting, right? She's not interested in Gunpla. She cannot incorporate Gunpla pieces into Lego. She doesn't really know how Gunpla are assembled, so it's like, whatever, doesn't matter. And yeah, also you need aptitude for it. A very interesting shirt she's wearing. I think it's a new shirt or blouse, like horizontally striped. I don't remember her wearing a horizontally striped shirt before. Maybe it's just a matter of me not remembering her, or they simply spent so much time in winter clothes that I just forgot how she initially looked. And yeah, increased resistance to curses. Interesting that the goddess stands in such a direct opposition to curses. Not demons. Not demon magic. It's not that goddess magic can nullify demon magic. No, goddess magic can nullify curses. And curses are not necessarily a demon thing. Interesting. You would think that like the goddess of light or whatever would be opposed to demons. Not to curses, something completely orthogonal it would seem. Mages cannot detect curses. That's bad. Unusual curse. Tools to conduct a ritual. And of course, it's faster to defeat the source. It's good that defeating the source of the curse just dispels it. And it's a monster, so easy pickings. First Stark, then Fern. And yeah, you trust Frieren. If Frieren says that 5 seconds is all she needs, 5 seconds are all she needs. Yeah, interesting that it's a flower who does it. I fully expected to see, I know, some sort of a sentient, sapient, talking monster, right? Boasting about how, oh, you human, you think you will lift my curse, but you will not, right? I fully expected something like that. I don't know why. I just kind of did. Chaos flowers. Weakness is always the core, but you need to aim for the core first. Also interesting that sure, Zine has battle magic, but that battle magic can just be casually reflected by a leaf. A very strong leaf, probably, like, make no mistake, but still. You'd think that the magic of the goddess would be the ultimate poison to beings of curses, and yet it didn't really put a dent in it. Some really cool animation in this combat. And yeah, we had no clue what Frieren was thinking at any given time. We couldn't really like mutually understand her. We couldn't really mutually trust her, but we chose to trust her, and it paid off. So hey, trust her. Believe in her. And just like that, he didn't even finish the sentence, and Frieren is already launching a self-propelled homing soul thrack. It's an ICBM. It's just an ICBM. I love the effects of magic still. And just like that. Easy. Now this is an older lady that Sign would really like. Or maybe the one to the right. I don't know. I don't know his range. But he really seems to have liked this One-san. We made it out alive. Yeah, you get the praise. Vori on the road to Äußerst. I don't know German. Have pity on me. Halfway there. It looks like a little bit more than halfway, honestly. Yeah, you're very close to Äußerst. You're more like 2/3 of the way there, or something thereabouts. We're out of money. And yeah, 100G is 100G. What are those copper coins? Did currents... I mean, stupid question. During Frieren's lifetime, the currency probably changed like 50 times at least. With every new ruler, they mint new coins, so of course it would. Does it actually have the head of the ruler on it? I can't tell. On one side there's a grain and some... I think it's like a wheat and some lines, and on the other could be a face, I think. Could be a head. Yeah, could be. Warrior village in a clear region. My family line is originally from that village too. I fully expected something with Stark's family. I guess we kinda get that indirectly, but the closing lines of the previous episode and the fact that that Stark's brother in particular looks so strikingly similar to Weird really made me think that, I know, maybe Stark's brother actually is alive and made it here, and I know, but I was really going along those lines, that parts of Stark's family are still alive and they're trying to reunite or something, and Stark has a choice: reunite with his family or continue going with Frieren, or something like that. Or maybe the family wants to forcefully take him back or something like that. My heir and hero of the city. A month ago he died. Yeah, initially I thought that he just needs a body double. That perhaps Weird needs to fight some duel, but he's kinda incompetent with a sword, or he's been injured, and so he needs someone else to duel instead of Weird. Or maybe they need to go somewhere with some, I know, as diplomatic envoys, and he cannot risk his sole successor's life, so instead he's taking a body double or something like that. But no, not quite. The fortress city is key to the region's defense, and we need to keep up the morale. We cannot just announce that the crown prince has been defeated. Soiree, we will show them that Wirt is alive and well. Sure, but you're not really going to keep up that charade, are you? Okay, you're going to show off Stark at the soiree, but what then? A random lord visits you and you just keep saying that, oh, no, my son went for a hunt. He went to hunt some pheasants and he's going to be back after you've already departed, my lord. What's the plan here? Like, long-term plan. Also, another thought I had here is that he wants to marry. He wanted to marry Weird off to get some support from, like, joining of two families, right? He wants the combined power to strengthen the city, to strengthen the defenses, restock his like people, etc., etc. But again, how would he keep up the charade? That would be even worse. It would be even harder to keep up the charade in that case. 10 Strahl gold coins, 3 meals a day plus snacks for a year. I did not expect gold coins to be this big, this expensive. I thought that, 10 gold coins is like nothing. This didn't cover 3 months. But no, apparently it covers a year. Yeah, throw in a grimoire, sweeten the deal a little, and you can take Stark. No, Stark, you have no say in the matter. Honorable battle scar, yeah, makes sense. Proper etiquette. And meanwhile, Zion and Frieren are just having the times of their lives. Fern really likes like pastries, and not just pastries. She likes donuts, she likes bread, she likes bread, she likes bread and burgers. Probably because of burger buns too, not because of the meat and fillings, but because the bun. Also, interesting to see that those donuts are not oversized. I would fully expect them to be comically oversized. That's been kind of a running theme here. Rise and shine early on. Doesn't suit you. It did make her heart go doki doki a little bit, didn't it? It's what my son wanted. See, I really thought that this is going to be somehow a longer arc. That he's going to try to maybe keep Stark here, and there's going to be some drama about that. That maybe he turns out to be a bad person, and we need to save the city from its corrupt or insane lord, or all sorts of different things. It really felt to me like it felt to me like the beginning of the Granat arc. But no, it really seems to be just a half an episode matter. Yeah, exactly. Flashbacks to Stark's life, but as opposed to that, Lord Orden is actually a nice father. He's actually a good father. Yeah, it's alright. Take deep breaths. Mood? Oh, he doesn't have his brother's talent, but he's hardworking. He's gonna manage. Sure, I have full faith in him. He's gonna be stronger than me. Why? It really is a stark contrast to Stark's father, isn't it? It's gone to his head, so he doesn't improve. Yeah, good reasoning, and Stark already can swing his sword better. And Fern, you're gonna get fat, girl. Will his mommy escort him? No. No, she won't. Good luck, Fern. This is, again, amazing 2 frames. Fern... no. Frieren, san... shit. She does clean up nicely, though. Real nicely. I mean, so does Stark. And they can dance really well. To Fern's huge surprise. I'm trying to look for moments that might be like animated on ones, but I don't think there are. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, it's all on twos. I've been looking for moments animated on ones. Because usually it's like a dead giveaway that it's CG animation. But I wasn't looking for CG animation here. I'm actually wondering if it's been rotoscoped or not. On one hand, it does kind of feel rotoscoped, but on the other hand, it really doesn't. So I wonder. Like, at times, it's like so fluid that it feels animated on ones, but it isn't. That's what gives me the vibe of being rotoscoped. Actually, can I get to Sakugaboru? And maybe it's already been listed? If it's been rotoscoped, then I would assume it would be tagged as such. Sousou no Frieren. That's a lot of artist unknowns, huh? There's the dance, and the dance... animated character acting, dancing, fabric performance. Tagged artist is Myon, who animated some other dancing scenes and played a couple of scenes in Apothecary Diaries. And there is also another bit of the dance, I think. Artist unknown, also animated. Dancing performance rotation. Not rotoscoped though. Looked all too similar to the walking sequence in the first episode of Bocchi the Rock, and befittingly enough the very same person. Shading and implementation is amazing. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's not actually rotoscoped. Interesting. Shall we dance? No. Frieren prefers cake. Keiki Taberu. Look how happy she is. Keiki Taberu. I was looking for her ears to start wiggling. I know it's not dungeon meshy, but I was looking for that. I'm actually looking for any older Onesans that Sign could potentially dance with, but I don't see anybody in particular. Perhaps then Virtku wouldn't have died. Looks like the soiree is over. You get your reward. Can't replace your son, and I can't replace your father. I really like this guy. I had really bad feeling about him initially. I was really worried that he's going to be unreasonable and bad, and he's going to try to stop them and whatnot, or maybe again attack them for whatever reason. Like, I know, oh, you look just like my son who ran away. No, you are not Stark. What are you saying? What are you talking about, Wirt? You are Wirt. You're not going to escape your duties. Right, like, I was expecting something like that. But no, he's actually a reasonable guy. Reasonable, smart, wise, and good. You don't have a home to return to. I do. With my master. I promise that I'm gonna be back. And I'm gonna bring my stories to him. Sure, I might visit you sometime in the future, but as far as my home goes, it's with Eisen. Selecting grimoires for half a day. I mean, it's their fault for having such an extensive library, let's be honest, and for limiting Frieren to just one grimoire, so you can't really fault her for that, can you? It'll be some time until they rebuild their forces, but they are on a good path. Yeah, Stark really sees it as, I know, father-son relationship that he never had. Cool. I really like the parallels to Stark's childhood here. He's totally decrepit, he's a forgotten hero, no one even knows his name, humans grow quickly. I don't know, are we gonna meet a new character who's gonna join us, or are we going to be talking about Himmel, or Heiter, or Eisen, or some hero of your era than Himmel's travels even? I don't know, we'll see. Alrighty then. What can I say? Really good episode. Really good episode. And it really proves yet again that the titles of the episodes and the preview voice lines and text at the end of every episode, they are not to be trusted, not entirely. Like, they are truthful, absolutely, but the first interpretation that comes to mind is not the actual interpretation. This episode being named Smells Like Trouble, and plenty of lines at the end having to do with Stark and with family and whatnot, really kind of railroaded me into thinking that something's gonna be going on with Stark, and with, I know, there's gonna be some trouble with that. Someone spots him, someone kidnaps him, someone wants to duel him, yada 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 yada, so many different scenarios in my head. But turns out that no, Smells Like Trouble was something else entirely, and not really like fully relevant to anything, just a throwaway line really. And similarly, all the lines about family and Stark didn't really have anything to do with Stark's family. Extended family at most. Distant family. So I'm kind of left wondering, what is it about the decrepit hero of old? I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to make any guesses, because they're probably gonna turn out to not check out in the end. Because this is the kind of a show it is. Really cool show. Really cool. I mean, yes, really cool show. But what I wanted to say is really cool episode. I really like that sign when push comes to shove. Actually can fight. Actually doesn't just like run. He's not the archetype of a cowardly priest. He's corrupt, like Heiter, a little bit corrupted rather. He has certain, likes older women, gambling, drinking, etc., etc., etc. But when push comes to shove, he can pull his weight. He didn't run away. He went on to face the monster. So that's cool. We get to learn a little bit more about Zine. The second half, I guess it helped Stark a little bit confront his past and see that there is another way, a little bit, kinda, sorta. Besides that, I don't know. Gave Frieren and Stark a chance to wear some nice clothes. Gave them a chance to learn a little bit of court manners. Actually, I wonder if them knowing court manners is actually gonna be useful in the future. Do I have any space for Frieren? I do, actually. Surprisingly few notes about Frieren now that I think about it. Starks and Fern's knowledge of court manners and dancing turns out to be useful. Yeah, it really would make this whole 3 months long stay feel a little bit less wasteful, quote unquote. It wasn't wasteful fully, because again, Stark had a chance to kind of sort of confront his demons of the past, and also they earned a nice chunk of money. But I would kind of want a little bit more out of it, and those court manners lessons would be exactly that. And we are yet again left with no arc. We are yet again back to the episodic episodes. Again, I really don't mind it, but I really liked, at the same time, I really liked the smaller arc with the dragon. I really liked the longer arc with Granat and Aura. right? So maybe next episode there's gonna be something longer. Would be nice. I would imagine that our stay at the funky bee that's read like SS city, the magic city, I'm just gonna call it. Maybe that will be a little bit of a longer arc, maybe something along a tournament arc, except not a tournament arc, but rather Frieren having to prove herself or something like that. Would be cool, would be nice, would be fun. Actually, would be fun having a tournament arc, having to our trio, our quartet, actually having to win some sort of a tournament or arena battles or something like that. I don't know, maybe. Honestly, anything can happen in Frieren, so it really wouldn't surprise me at all. It really wouldn't surprise me at all if in one episode they just had to become gladiators for 2 episodes or something. Yeah, again, good episode, good show, really liked it. But I think that's gonna be it. So you guys, maybe you can tell me what did you like about this episode, about my reaction, my theories, stuff like that, all in the comments down below. No spoilers though. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also in the description. Like this video. If you liked it, subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Frieren, but also Shangri-La Frontier, Magia Record, Shy, Ancient Magus Bride, the Psyhead and a Paladin, Tatenusha, plenty others coming in the future. Click the bell to be notified of future. Click the bell to be notified of when I go live, because I do sometimes. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon. Down below, for $10 a month, you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1, you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube itself via memberships, super thanks, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Network Survivor, Zayrainer, Akumaster, Dr. Watt, Marsh, Gala, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to become someone else's son.